Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all of my future videos that have content like this. So with that being said, today I'm going to be talking about this whole thing, this study that's going on about marriage and why there isn't many marriages going on and why the rate is declining and things like that. And it came from Kevin Samuels. He made a post on his YouTube page, and it basically was talking about a study that was done. And in the study, it basically says that, marriage rates declining due to a lack of economically attractive men. So I have mixed feelings about this, and I just wanted to give my take on it. I read through the article and basically how this article defines what a economically unattractive or economically attractive man is any man with a bachelor's degree and or makes 40,000 plus a year. That's what an economically attractive man is. So this study was done by Cornell University. And this is basically applies to men in the U.S., not outside of the U.S. This is strictly for men in the U.S. So there's a few things that come up in this study that I find interesting because they talk about back in the 1960s, which is obviously one of the pivotal points in the United States. Civil rights movement, welfare state kicking in, the feminist movement, all these things happening, a lot of movements happening during this time period, which in my opinion affects the whole marriage rate, divorce rate skyrocketing, things like that. And one of the things that was stated was during this time from 1960 to 2017, basically the marriage rate was 72% in 1960 as opposed to 2017, the marriage rate for adults, we're talking about adults, is only 50%. So you're seeing a 22% drop in adults being married. So it's 2021 right now. I can only assume how much more it's dropped based upon this study. And once again, like I said, I think it directly correlates to those two things in particular, the feminist movement and the welfare state, along with this revamping, this serious revamping, which obviously those, the feminist movement contributed to this as well. How family court laws, divorce laws, marriage laws, every state has their own thing, but the state empowering, and I don't want any of you ladies who are watching this, you can take it how you want to take it, but I'm not trying to put you down by saying this. I'm just trying to point something out that's going on. It's not very attractive now to get married. There's really no incentives for the most part for getting married. Not to say that there were previously, but at least you wouldn't have to worry about things in the back of your mind that if things go south, I could be destroyed. Like a man, you can literally be destroyed in family court during a divorce. Let's not even mention child support court. You can literally be destroyed. Your livelihood taken. It's many dudes who have, taken their own lives and things like that, done, horrible things based upon what is going on unfairly or unjustly in the family court. And many of you have your own opinions about that, and that's perfectly fine. But as a man entering that courtroom, you basically are, for the most part, powerless. And that's just the way it is. So I think that that's one of the things that basically deters men from getting married. Not only that, we say these things, but the fact of the matter is, and I don't have the statistics on it, but women far outnumber men in the U.S. for the most part. And when you look at it, there's not a lot of prospects in terms of women like it was back then. A lot of things have changed. Kevin Samuels, he talks about this a lot in terms of getting married. He talks about, women being, fit, cooperative, being fun, being submissive, being feminine. And a lot of those things, you just don't see it anymore. Once again, we can link it back to that. Those things in the 60s as well. Many women have been placed in the position of being the matriarch of the family, and there's no man in the home because of the divorce rate skyrocketing. Many of them have been made single mothers or are single mothers because they never got married. And the whole welfare state once again kicking in. So you go into things a lot of times, and I need to do a video about this. We go into things to gain. We don't go into things to lose. You don't want to feel like you're going into a relationship, more or less a marriage, that you're going to lose. And you taking on someone who has baggage, and you have to provide for this person and the baggage and assume all of these responsibilities. You're being dealt a bad hand. And at the end of the day, like I said, once again, still in the back of your mind, you will think that she has this ace in the hole at the end of the day, which many of you will probably be like, well, why do you think like that? Why are you thinking about divorce? It's a reality. If not 50, 70% of all marriages end in divorces at this point. There's something to really think about. You have people getting married for the wrong reasons. Especially you have men getting married for the wrong reasons. You have women sometimes getting married for the wrong reasons. Mostly women are looking for security, or that's how it used to be. And that may be the case for some women now, looking for security. But at the end of the day, if you are going into a marriage as a man, and the only thing you're getting out of this marriage that you think that you're getting out of it is sex, then you really have to rethink things. Why are you really getting married? What is it that and we keep saying, why are you asking a woman, what does she bring to the table? Nowadays, with some women that we encounter, and I hear this from other men as well, and we see stories like this, you start to date a woman or court a woman, or you may be in a relationship with a woman. Before you even get married, you find out that she has to prove herself as a competitor to you, as opposed to being your partner. And that's not how it should be. I think back then, 60s, pre-60s, it was more of a partnership, and you still have those relationships, and those are the best marriages, and those are the ones that really work long term, is that we understand that this is a business between me and you. Besides love, this is a partnership. I help you, you help me, and let's build together. I mean, we can come together, but we should be on this. We should have the same ideology about how this should go. So this article is basically saying that you have to have money, or most men who make a certain amount of income are by default married, as opposed to men who make less than 40,000. They just aren't married like that. I think you can still make under 40,000 in the United States, even though it's depending on where you're at. You can still make under $40,000 in a single family household. And this is your wife may be working or not be working. But as a man, you can still make $40,000 and take care of a household in the United States. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to get married. Other cultures, it's like you have to. Outside of the American culture, and I know we have a melting pot here, but in other countries, it's like a prerequisite. You have to get married. You have to prove yourself. You have to make a certain amount of money, a dowry, all these other things to marry someone's daughter. The U.S., we're, as an overall culture, we really don't practice it like that. We don't get into things so much like that. So I don't think it's really a money thing. I think it's about a man's freedom, a man knowing that he's getting a bad deal by getting married, and just a matter of finding a quality woman, in my opinion. Not to say that every man is a quality man, but it's just a matter of finding a quality woman that's willing to do these things, that meets those qualities, once again, that we're talking about, that were brought up. A bachelor's degree and 40 grand anything over that, I don't think that that's the case. There are many wealthy men, entrepreneurs, that aren't married, and the ones who do marry, they do it for a political reason a lot of times, or just to show face. You know what I mean? For socio-political reasons, not so much socio-economic reasons, but socio-political reasons is the reason why a lot of these guys get married. It's not a necessity. You think Donald Trump really needs to be married or really cares to be married? Or guys like him that you guys hate so much? No, it's for socio-political reasons, not really for socio-economic reasons. These are things that we need to think about, and not just think that it's all about, you know, having the money and things being that way. That's one thing a man is in control of. If it was up to a lot of women, especially you women who stay with guys for 5-10 years and never get married, if it was up to you, you would be married. But you're waiting for this guy to ask you. So we leave it up to women. There would be a lot more married people a lot of times. But I think women also at the same time aren't looking to get married like that, because I think women are more so into their independence and freedom and lacking the position that they're in as far as control. It's not about being in control. It's about being understandable, being agreeable. When we talk about submission, which is one of the things that, you know, was brought up earlier in reference to one of those reasons that we talked about that Kevin Samuels named off, submissive is not, it's not a degrading thing, because a man in terms of needs of his woman has to be submissive to her needs as well. It doesn't mean someone is less than the other. They're equal. Man and woman, they're equal but different. So those are my thoughts on it. Those basic things, once again, whether a woman is, and it's videos that are done like this, a woman maybe meet certain qualities. She may have certain things, you know, a degree, have a decent paying job, a house. But really what men are looking for, which is what he says over and over, is fun, feminine, fit, cooperative, and submissive. That's all a man is really looking for. And a lot of those things over time, over the past 50 years, 60 years, is just really not there, and it's rare. And for those who do meet it, a lot of times they may not be looking to get married either. So those are my thoughts on it, you guys. You know, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know your opinion on, you know, marriage and divorce, and if you guys have gotten divorced, or if you guys have been married for a certain amount of time, what has been your experience with these things? I would love to hear them. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, make sure you guys like the video, share it if you feel like it'll be a benefit to someone. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button also. That way you receive all my awesome content that is still to come. Make sure you guys check out my my new book I just released, The Law of Attraction for the Pessimistic Mind. It's a great read for those of you looking to expand your horizons or maybe stuck. Check out all the links in the description that contain the information. If you're looking to contact me, hit me up. If you guys got any topics you'd like me to discuss, hit me up as well. Comment, or the links in the description. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys check out the videos here related to this topic. Peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.